You can order the brake caliper and caliper mount used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Turn off your vehicle's ignition. Set the parking brake. Pull the hood release handle and open the hood. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels. Lift the front of your vehicle. We strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Honda Civic safely before carrying out this step. Place the vehicle on the jack stands. In order to change the brake caliper and caliper mount on your vehicle, you will need to take off the wheels to have full access. Don't forget to put the wheels under the vehicle. Hey, it's Alex from CarParts.com. If you enjoy this video and want to support us, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, back to work. Turn the disc outwards. This will facilitate the following steps. Get a fluid collection container to collect the brake fluid that will flow out. Before removing the entire braking system, use a ratchet and a 14mm socket to undo the Banjo screw while the caliper is attached to its support. Then remove the Banjo screw from the hose. Remove the copper gaskets from the Banjo screw. Here's a tip. You can limit brake fluid leakage during this operation by plugging both sides of the Banjo screw with Banjo shutter pliers. In order to change the brake caliper and caliper mount on your vehicle, we recommend watching our video on how to change the front brakes Honda Civic. We show you how to remove the caliper, the pads, the caliper mount, and the discs if you decide to change them. With a ratchet and a 12mm socket, unscrew the slide pins. You can use a 21mm wrench to prevent the bolts from rotating. Finish unscrewing by hand. You can now remove the caliper. Remove the brake pads by prying them out with a flathead screwdriver. Using a flathead screwdriver, remove the anti-rattle clips. Using a socket wrench and a 17mm socket, unscrew the two holding screws on the caliper mount. Remove the caliper mount. You can order the brake caliper and caliper mount used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Get the new assembly and unscrew the slide pins. Reassemble the caliper mount by screwing first by hand. Then with a socket wrench and a 17mm socket to lock them in place. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Get hold of the anti-rattle clips supplied in the kit. Place the new anti-rattle clips on the caliper mount. Grab the new pads and lightly coat the ends with copper grease to help them slide more easily. Insert the new pads into the caliper mount by sliding them in. Grab the caliper. Put the new brake caliper in place and screw in the new slide pins by hand at first. Block the rotation of the guide pins with a 21mm wrench and screw the slide pins back in using a socket wrench and a 14mm socket. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Use pliers to remove the rubber plug from the caliper. Get the new seals and the Banjo screw. Put a seal on the Banjo screw and install the assembly on the hose. Then put the second seal on the Banjo screw. Screw the Banjo screw that connects the brake hose to the caliper back in. Finish tightening the Banjo screw with a torque wrench. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. When replacing a brake caliper, you need to bleed the brake fluid system to remove air from the system. To do this, we suggest watching our video, How to Bleed the Brake Fluid System Honda Civic. When performing this operation, you should also replace the brake hose with a new one. To do this, we suggest watching our video, How to Replace the Front Brake Hose, Honda Civic. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Attention! Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to push the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 30 miles or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation complete.